Is there a time like where you've seen your brand on the street? Like you're just
oh man, bro, that's the best feeling ever, man.
I'm sure, like, oh shit, like that's mine.
Man, like,
that's me.
Yeah,
nothing beat that. Like, like, bro, you bought like you know, like you took time out your day to go on my website and buy from me.
Waiting for it to come in the mail, or waiting for me to pull up.
Either or.
Exactly, like that worked for me as well. But social media definitely has been like my biggest way to grow. Okay. See, I actually growing up, I was in band like my whole life.
Bro. What instrument you play?
I played trombone, baritone.
Hey, my man.
Baritone, sexually the number one.
B, I was the best. I was the best baritone in the school. I promise you.
Were you at the Firefest?
No, I wasn't, but I felt like I was.
Bro.
I think you're our new best friend, bro.
Yeah, I gotta brush my shit. She said, wave check.
Wave check. Last week it was the lighter.
This week is the waves. Trying to get some waves. Good, we can start these straight. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Run It Back Podcast, the podcast where you come for the entertainment, stay for the sports. I am one of your hosts, Percy.
I'm Bobby Bands.
And in the building today, we got the owner of Eazy, Avante.
What's up, everybody?
Yo, thanks for coming out, man.
Happy to be here, y'all. Appreciate y'all having me, man.
All right. So tell us a little bit about Eazy. What's Eazy?
So Eazy is my streetwear brand. I've been doing it for about 2 years. Started it back in July 2017. So just been moving and going, and just one of my passions. So I'm happy to be doing it. Yeah.
Right. So where did the concept of Eazy come from? Not even the name, just the idea of a streetwear brand.
Yeah, man. I think for me, my whole life I've always been into clothes. I've always been into fashion. And I always wanted a brand, you know.
Right.
So
I'm buying other people's stuff.
Yeah, man. And I always, like, even as a kid, I always just wanted to. I would always like draw clothes and kind of just be creative with that type of stuff. And when I got old enough to do it for my own, came to fruition. Yeah.
I used to do the same
shit.
Yeah,
I can relate to you on that.
When you said that, I seen Percy's face. He was
Creative
waiting
people,
for you to
man.
stop. He was like,
I like, don't cut him off.
He used to draw basketball jerseys in high school.
Like,
I want
to look like
hoping
this.
to just we're gonna get this, send this to the coach, and then like, we ain't getting that.
That's a custom design. It's gonna cost us $90 a pop.
Yeah, for real.
It's 15 of you all. We gotta get 13. Oh, it's 15 of y'all. We're getting 13 jerseys to start. So I would. I ain't gonna get into all that. I remember. I'm gonna tell y'all one. I remember one time I drew this for one of the little shorties in 6th grade. I was a 6th grader, and this girl I like. Remember we talked about like I don't really like approach girls like that. I'm kind of an introvert myself.
Yeah.
And I drew this little. My mom has it on her wall now. I drew what the hell was it? A Winnie the Pooh hugging a heart pillow.
You was trying to get it cracked.
Oh yeah. I was trying to get live in 6th grade.
You was trying to get it cracked.
I sprayed some of my sister's perfume on it.
Okay. Hey. Presentation. You was marketing before you did.
There you go. There it is.
Okay, that's funny. Do you still draw?
So I have to do sketches for my designs and for just kind of the silhouettes and the ideas that I have. So like a lot of my drawing is of people that I do. And then I kind of draw it with my outfits on in my mind so I know how to look. Okay. Kind of for me to see it,
Okay. So then like where's your inspiration come from?
So specifically for my brand, Eazy came from just kind of my personality. So kind of me being more laid back. One of my best friends in high school, he just was talking one day, and then he was like, he just called me Eazy, and then it stuck. Like,
Is that what they call you? Or
That's one of my nicknames. So a lot of people call me Taste, and he called me Tay Easy. And this was like I think junior year of high school.
Also, we got Tay Easy on the podcast.
Yeah, right.
Alter ego.
And it just stuck, man. And then I got to college, and like a lot of people would call me the same thing there. And then I just came up. One day I was at the mall at SIU in Carbondale. That's where I went to school, and I decided to put Eazy on a dad hat. Because a lot of times I would do that. I would put Eazy on like a T-shirt or a beanie or whatever. You know, when people start being able to customize stuff like the lids and all that stuff. And then
was it the same way you spelled it? Or
yep, Eazy. And then and I didn't have my font yet. So then I ended up putting it on a hat. And then I would walk around campus and everything, and people were like, where you get that hat from? Where you get that hat from?
Right.
I would go to y'all school, U of I. People would ask me like, I'll be at the train station there. People were like, man, where you get that hat from? And then that's how.
Is that kind of how?
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope.
So just wearing the brand before it was a brand.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Then because it's just people would always stop me, like I said, and then just and I got that idea one day.
Right.
So,
Right.
Yep.
Is it just you as a brand owner and all the ideas that come out?
Yeah, everything is me. All my thought, all my time taking up my energy is all me pretty much. So
a lot of hard work when you're by yourself.
Yeah, a lot of late nights. Yeah, entrepreneurship is lonely, man. I definitely get help from people here and there. As far as like when I do events or when I do just other pop-up shops and stuff like that. But as far as the creative process and making the stuff is all me.
Do you find that you work better solo, just like up in the lab getting it in, or bouncing ideas off of people?
Right.
Yeah. I haven't answered myself, but I wonder like what you think.
So for clothing, this is a thin line, man, because you always gonna get people. Like I get a lot of this, man. Like people be like, man, you should do this on your stuff, or do this and do that, or you should make a T-shirt with this on it. But thing is, you don't want to be taking random ideas from people. And
like, so how much money you make on my
we ain't doing that. I try to like tune that out, one ear and out the other, man, because a lot of times, like I said, people try to take credit for something or something like that. And I'm like, nah, everything gonna come from me in house. You know,
you don't want to 5 years from now.
I do like to bounce ideas off people, other people that's in the fashion and in the clothing, because obviously I'm trying to market to a wide range of people. So it ain't just about I trust my fashion sense, but also if I ask some questions like what you think of this, or
everyone steals off each other.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
get an idea, you just make it your own. Make your own shape of it.
Speaking of everyone stealing off each other, so Mike had the jump man, right? Shaq had the dunk man.
Okay.
What do you call your Eazy man?
Oh, I didn't see it.
Bro, that's a good question, bro. I never thought about it, man. It's just he just chilling, like he just that's me. That's the whole idea behind it, bro. It's just like chilling. You know what I'm saying?
He looks comfortable.
Yeah, bro. Thank you, man. Yeah. He chilling, man. He's laying back, like he just chilling, man. That's what it is. Yeah, yep.
Right.
So, how many lines do you have out? Is it just T-shirts? Is it sweaters? Is it,
So, what I kind of do is I release different stuff during different seasons. Okay. Right. So, like, I'll be having more stuff soon as far as like outerwear. Okay. But right now, like, I just released my long sleeve T-shirts, and then I do summertime. I do like women's biker shorts. I do leggings, different stuff like that. So depending on the time of the year, then I release more stuff. So like now that it's fall, I do surprise releases. So I'm pretty much throughout this fall season, I'm gonna be releasing stuff.
Keep coming.
Okay.
So we gotta keep watching.
Yeah.
So how do you market as you're releasing, and then like how do you choose your release schedule?
Yeah, right.
Two parts there.
Yeah. So for me, marketing, I'll say probably the past year, I've been really learning how to market myself and get out there, because I'm more introverted, man. So learning to be public and give myself to the people who want to know about stuff. I think a big thing with marketing is not trying to sell. I just like to be authentic, and then if people rock with it, they rock with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm never trying to turn a no into a yes. It may be a maybe to a yes, or somebody who hadn't seen it yet, that's already a yes. You know what I'm saying? And then just catch their eyeballs. But I'm never trying to force somebody to buy my stuff. I don't really like. You know, like you see a salesman sometime and they try to like force you. And you're like, nah, bro.
As soon as people hear that first, like that little line right there, they're like, nah, I don't want to.
Right, you trying to sell me something? I'm like,
right,
nah, you know. So that's not really my approach. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I always say people don't start following until there's a following.
I hear that. Yeah, that's real.
Like, and people like, they'll probably see your page, and then when it's like, oh shit, I seen this guy's clothing line last year, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh damn, man, it's been hot, but I didn't pay no mind to it, but now they jump on it.
Right, that's the game. Yeah. What was your second question too?
It was the marketing and
how do you plan? I think it plans.
Oh right, yeah. So as far as the release schedule, it's kind of my little like secret thing that I do. I watch people for sure. Like I'm big into checking out and seeing people's vibes and if they reposting my clothes, how they wearing it, like everything. So I kind of keep that energy up. Like, all right, well, I'm gonna release something else for y'all. Release something else. So at this time, like kind of when people start getting that energy, like they want some more. People hitting me up and asking for more. That's kind of how I'm doing it this time. So like maybe next year I'll probably do something different as far as the release. But that's just kind of like my approach right now.
So it's kind of like strike while it's hot.
Yeah. Like keep that energy up.
Yeah, you have to do that. Like people love consistency. People love. Like, there's a lot of people that start something and then it doesn't go over how they want it or whatever, and they lose a little hope and passion for it. But once people see the passion, like that sells it for them, for themselves. There, you don't need them to sell you anything.
Exactly.
When they believe in your work and believe in everything that you're showing,
Yeah, people rock with a person who's authentic. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ain't trying to put on no act, no show, then people will rock with you.
And I'm sure you meet so many people that are just like, do I want to work with this guy?
Like, have you ever tried
Like doing collabs?
Collabs with somebody?
Yeah, I have some coming up, but it's definitely people who not on their shit. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And then they try to collab or want to collab and work with you or whatever. But the thing about like collabing is you got to be bringing something to the table too. It can't be like you trying to do all the work or whatever. But I love working with other creatives though. You know what I'm saying? Because I just like being around creative people.
Yeah, it's good energy. Get your mind flowing.
Exactly.
Yeah. What was I
so having the brand, and how would you describe your personal style? Yeah. Like, are you wearing most of your stuff now, considering you got a business to constantly promote?
Right.
Or do you mix it up here and there?
Yeah, so I definitely wear my stuff a lot just because I fuck with my stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Your own billboard.
Right. Yeah, I just, you know what I'm saying? I like to wear my stuff. So definitely wear my stuff a lot, but I'm definitely not like, you ain't got to wear nobody else's stuff but mine.
Yeah, right.
I don't get out like that. I'm like, if you in the fashion, you never wearing just one brand. Like, I'm not an NBA. I ain't signed. People ain't just signed a Nike. You know what I'm saying? So, like, ain't nothing wrong with like wearing my stuff with, if you want to wear like a Champion sweatshirt and then one of my hats or some Supreme and then wear one of my joggers or however you want to get down. Like, you could do you. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I'm more like my personal style is not about necessarily being loud. I'm more into like the silhouette of how I'm dressed. So like, meaning like how does my shirt fit me? How does my jeans fit me? You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like the shape of what I'm wearing. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. So long term, let's start there. What would you call your long term goal in terms of like the brand? Is it going out and basically, I should use regular words, right? Going out and basically being a brand that's big enough to be everywhere, or just hot where it's at?
Right. So for me, definitely it's to keep expanding, man. Cause like I started off with just one T-shirt and just one hat. You know what I'm saying? And now I have over 30 total different products that I've sold. So for me, it's just to keep expanding. I definitely want a brick and mortar in my hometown of Waukegan. Definitely want that store downtown Waukegan. That's I got a place I'm looking at that I want to take over eventually. Because I plan on having multiple other businesses that I'm working on too. You know, and I don't like to speak on it until I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Ain't no capping. I want to make sure I'm doing it. You know I'm doing it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, ain't no standing. So this is my first business. So you know, and I got a passion for it. So I definitely want to take it as far as it can go and inspire people out. And I've done that over the 2 years that I've been doing it so far. A lot of people reach out to me and tell me about how they want to start their own brand or start their own business and everything. So it's doing what it's supposed to do, and I'm still happy doing it. So
that leads right into my next question. I was going to ask you about consulting with other people that are looking to do what you already doing. Like, do you reach back? I think I've seen something recently where you were talking about you were giving advice. To people that may be looking to do something similar.
Yeah, man. Because what happens a lot of times is I get messages, DMs, everything all day long about
randoms.
Man, a lot of people, man. Like, how can they start their own brand? And then, you know, obviously I'm not no expert, but I've been doing this.
Yeah, you have enough experience.
I put in my 10,000 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I put in my time. So
and don't they say 10,000 hours to be an expert?
Exactly.
Is that
Right. So yeah, man. Like, I just tell people what I know, and then if they take it and do something with it, that's good. But if they don't, you know.
And that's dope because a lot of people like won't waste their time, you know, trying to help somebody else. It's like,
or feel like I'm not giving away the trade secrets.
Yeah. See, a lot of people think like that, and I've had that thought process too. But it's kind of like, why not? I'm not insecure about my brand. I feel like, you know, I don't know if y'all are familiar with Gary Vee.
Gary
Vee. So he always say like, I'm trying to build the biggest building by building the biggest building. I'm not trying to tear down the other buildings.
So mine to look bigger, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gotta put no other brand down, or I can still help people out and also be successful if I'm just confident in what I'm doing. And
for sure,
you know, then I'm good. And even if it didn't work out, then I'm cool with failing my own way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I can definitely relate to you on that one. Yeah. I would much rather fail doing what I want to do than, if we just talking about failing, then fail doing it your way.
Right.
You know?
For sure.
And especially, I'm in my business, my career as a real estate agent is like, there's scripts and guidelines, and doing it like this way has been proven to work for so many people. And in other sales positions, doing it like this is proven to work. And it's like, okay, I see what you're doing, but I know how I am.
I know what works for me.
Right. Yeah. I know my market, and not to say that always works, because sometimes just like, no, just follow the script and it's going to work. Trust me. We've tested this.
We all need help, expert
thousands of times. Right. We all need expert help, but there's those times where it's just like, I'm gonna try this my way, and people can take it as going against the grain, but it's so much more fulfilling when it's like,
I feel like
I went against the grain and it worked.
That's like my whole life.
Right?
I feel you. Right? Like, I swear to God, I'm gonna do it my way. I don't care how long it takes me. Like,
it's gonna take longer, but
and I'm gonna go through this door. I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna go this door. I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna go through this door.
Ain't nothing wrong with fucking up. People be like, you know, we in the social media age, man. So like, obviously nobody's posting their failures, right?
Yeah.
So like, you never see people, man. You never see people doing dumb shit, but you see them in person doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
But you don't see it on their Instagram or their Facebook, whatever the case is. So, but for me, I definitely believe ain't nothing wrong with failing, bro. Like, that's how you learn. That's how you learn.
There's people that fail probably multiple businesses before their one business takes off.
One of the things that the owner of my company says is we allow our people to fail forward. So they don't really like tell us this is what you need to be doing every day, but they tell us like, do this, this, and this, and you'll figure it out the rest of the way.
Right.
So going in, I was kind of just like blind.
Like tools to success. They give you kind of the tools. Here, this
so
is
they throw you in the deep end, but they give you the floaties and the flippers. And
swim and get this floaty.
Right. You know, you're gonna swim.
It might take you a little while.
It might take you a while to swim. You're not gonna die. You're not. But eventually you learn how to swim.
Yeah. And that makes you better at what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, yeah, definitely.
And being in this business for a couple years, I'm sure you've learned what works for you and what doesn't, right?
Definitely.
Like, so like when it comes to like your sales, is it mostly just all internet, or do you do like pop-up shops?
Yeah.
You know, like events like that.
Yeah, man. Actually, I just did an event this past summer. Lyrical Lemonade Summer Smash.
Oh shit! Yeah, I know Lyrical Lemonade.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. There was a lot of people. I think it was 40,000 people each day. Kids breaking down the barriers, just running in there, going crazy. And then I basically sold out of everything. Because you got to pay a vendor fee to do something that big, and so I have to get them that deposit.
Oh, so you rented out like a booth and all that?
Yeah. I had a booth there. Everything. I had first time having my brand name with a big ass sign. It was cool, man. It was like, it was like something I had been working for. You know what I'm saying? So, like it's definitely. I try to do like those type of events and smaller events. I sell a lot online, definitely for sure, but I'm still like. I'm like the weed, man. I'm gonna pull up to you. I don't mind, bro. I'm never too good to like.
There it is.
Somebody hit me up, they be like, "Man, I'm trying to get a shirt, whatever." Okay, cool. I'm either send it in the mail or I'm gonna bring it to you. Like,
There it is.
It's so funny that you said that, because me and Percy, like maybe a month or two ago, we're working. We got the podcast, so we're working on a couple merchandise items and like shirts and designs.
I'm always designing something.
Yeah, he's always working on the computer with designs, and we're just using our minds. And he's like, "Man, so how you want to do it?" I said, "Bro, like the weed, man. I promise you. I got the messages. I said, we pulling up.
Yeah.
You need a shirt? I got you. I'll be there in 10.
Yep.
Might take me 2 hours, but I'm going to be there in 10. Weed, man, take a little while, but I'll get there."
I told him, I'm not opposed to pimping it out at the trunk of the car.
Yeah, he's like,
we can pimp these shirts out of the trunk of this car, but I'm also the type that like, I want to come, when I come, I want to come correct.
Yeah, I hear that
so
too.
I want to have like this online presence.
Yeah.
I want to like, if we got some what is it called, inventory, if we got some inventory in the car, I got all kind of inventory right now in the car for my current business, but like, so I'm not opposed to just like always having something on me, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I said, you never know where you go. Somebody we'll be on our phone. We'll probably get somebody to buy it on the phone.
And somebody knows it will see like, oh, you just sold a shirt? And what's your brand?
Yeah, and then you're in a parking. I got one in my car.
Yeah. And I know a big thing for me early on was like, me when I would be selling out in public, I would have to keep track of those sales online also. So like, if somebody buys a shirt or some joggers or something, I got to make sure that I mark that down and then goes toward my website, because I don't want to be sold out of something and, trying to keep track of the inventory.
So make sure you don't fold that 20 and put it in the back pocket.
Go back in the
right
where it's supposed to go. Yeah.
So when you do have like sold out like items online, is it like a rush to try to get more, or do you like keep that, man, it's sold out? Like when people see it sold out, they're like, damn, that must be the hottest item.
Right.
Right. So like, do you? I don't want to tell you secrets,
no
but
worries,
like.
Yeah, so
keep the people waiting a little bit.
Right. So like, for me, I kind of it's tricky, man. Like certain things I don't restock in, because they just for that moment. Like this shirt here and a couple other shirts. Like I had them just for my pop up that I recently just did.
Okay.
And now I have a couple left over, so I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna put them online. So after those are gone, then that's just gone. That's never coming back. That just was an exclusive just for this pop up that I just made them. They simple tees, but they like essentials for my brand. So, so that's kind of how I think of it in that way. But like sometimes I do think, because I sell like in California, or I sell in Florida, or I sell like in DC. I kind of want those people to be able to get my stuff more. So it's like, man, I don't want to limit them to what they could buy. Yeah. So it's definitely a kind of a thing I go back and forth with. It's not an easy decision to be like, I'm not gonna restock in this, or because people ask me for stuff, but what you don't want to do is let that pressure of like, do you got this? Somebody be like, you got this red hat, and then like I go restock and invest in 30 hats, but only two people wanted them. So you gotta be real smart as far as that. Yeah.
Okay. Is there a time like where you've seen your brand on the street? Like you're just
Oh man, bro, that is the best feeling ever, man.
I'm sure like, oh shit, like that's mine.
Man, like,
That's me.
no,
Yeah, for
nothing
real.
beat that. Like,
Yeah.
like, bro, you bought like you know,
Right.
like you took time out your day to go on my website and buy from me.
Waiting for it to come in the mail.
Man.
Yeah.
Or waiting for me to pull up.
Yeah,
Either or.
exactly. Like, yeah, because a lot of times it'll be like people. I just I go down my list of online stuff.
Yeah.
Of like, say whoever, if it's 3 or 4 people that bought something this day, okay. So then I package it up, put it in the mail, and then like, man, I just was in Walmart. This was I think a week and a half ago, and I seen like a little girl wear one of my hoodies, man.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Hey, that's mine. Man, it's the best feeling.
And it's crazy because they don't even like. Not saying they don't know who you are,
Yeah,
like, but
but
they could
it's-
be wearing something and you could walk right past,
Right.
and they won't
Exactly.
even know. Like you know,
This
like
is the man
the man who's
behind the design.
that feeling don't get old, man.
Yeah.
Straight up, yeah.
I can see myself like being in your situation and then wanting to give that little girl like another piece. Like
Man.
you bought my piece.
Yeah.
And
Go
I
take a
saw
picture
you wearing
of
it. You know, like here goes something else. You
Yeah.
know, like, here goes some socks or something.
Straight up.
You know.
That's funny.
So you did mention you wanted to have that brick and mortar in Waukegan, was it?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, and then would you consider? So expansion is the goal you did mention. Now, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna come back to that. I remember another question I wanted to ask you. So you did say you didn't want to limit people in New York, California, or in other places to what they can get from you. Now, do you go to other conventions and festivals around, or how do you decide what you're gonna go to?
Yeah, man. So it's definitely when I first started, I was like thirsty, man. I was like,
Trying to get everywhere.
I'm trying to go everywhere. But now I was like, you got to be more calculated with it because a lot of times these places be trying to fuck you over and they won't tell you. So this only comes from me having experience to tell, to be able to tell somebody like sometimes they just want you to pay your vendor fee and then like they haven't even marketed this to enough people.
Yeah.
So you could be paying like $300 to $1,000 to $2,000 for your vendor fee.
No one knows you're there.
Right.
Man.
Nobody knows the event's going on.
Man, and they got this big budget of, they done took all the vendors' money and they done spent this and made this look amazing. They got an open bar or whatever the case is. And they ain't even got no people there.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like, they haven't even used their marketing dollars in the correct way. So
were you at the Fire Fest?
No, I wasn't, but I felt like I was.
Did you go to Complex?
I feel you.
I was I did something that weekend, like the Friday before it. So I didn't actually go to Complex Con.
Yeah,
I wish I
Complex
could have though, because Joe Freshgoods was there, and I definitely rock with Joe Freshgoods.
Okay.
I wasn't able to go, but definitely for all the entrepreneurs out there, people starting their clothing line, be sure that this is a trustworthy event you can go to, and you're gonna make some bread, or at least have the opportunity to make some bread.
As a vendor.
Right,
If you're going,
exactly.
Yeah, as a vendor.
Yep.
Do you find it beneficial to go as a consumer with the brand, even if you don't pop up as a vendor?
Yeah, I mean,
You're kind of there as a patron,
Like
and
how
but
Jacob-
right.
I'm Eazy.
Yeah.
I got Eazy.
So, man, however you want to hustle and get it in, like,
Right.
I've been at, doing things where I would just go to an event and maybe pass out some business cards or
Right.
with my Instagram on there or whatever. Or if you trying to really catch a rapper or something like that, this is a good tip too. So don't try to get the rappers or the celebrity. Try to get like they homie, like,
Right.
because the rappers, they like almost untouchable, man. So you got to get like,
get
they-
close.
yeah,
to
like-
Man next to him.
yeah, so get the homie who like they just out here kicking it with their guy or whatever, whoever it is. So that definitely worked too. Just if you just trying to go out there and you ain't trying to buy a booth or whatever the case
Right.
is. So kind of be strategic with who you aiming for.
Right.
Yeah.
So we need to holler at A-Rab, not Big Soldier.
Man, hey, the whole time.
A-Rab, not Big Soldier. Shout out Soldier.
Shout out
again.
Draco.
We talk about Soldier.
Big
Soldier
Draco, yeah.
Big Draco. We talk about Big Draco here like every other
Shoot
week.
out. That's the MySpace day.
Yeah,
out.
for sure.
That is funny.
So being Eazy and having Eazy, what would you say your biggest expense is?
Ooh. Probably
10,000 hours. You said
yeah.
the time. True. 10,000 hours.
But, I would say getting stuff manufactured overseas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I have a lot of different methods that I use to make my clothes, but one thing that I do is get stuff made overseas. So that takes more time. You got to be able to communicate with people from different nationalities, obviously, and they can speak English, but it's still a barrier as far as how good their English is. You know what I'm saying? So
you don't want to perpetuate. You want to.
Yeah. Right. So
choose your words well.
Yeah. Right. So you gotta be careful on what you say to them, and if you're giving them like the specs for your clothes, like, okay, I want this done a certain way and I want that done a certain way. You got to make sure that they understand what you're saying.
Exactly.
Then you got to get a sample made, because if you don't say you try to get them the details of what you want in your clothes, and then you don't get a sample made and they send you 30 pairs of a long sleeve hoodie and it's not what you wanted.
Right.
So it takes a lot of time to be going back and forth and getting that stuff fixed.
A lot of trial and error in between.
And it takes money to get stuff shipped overseas.
Yeah.
And it's definitely it ain't no joke, man.
So I feel you. So I've seen a lot of sample sneakers go for crazy amounts, right? So
sample sneakers?
Sample. So this is like a one of one type situation. Would you ever consider, like, if Eazy got to that point of selling some samples?
Yeah. Man, I've actually sold samples.
Okay.
So at Lyrical Lemonade, I only did one. I did a soccer jersey.
Okay.
And it was 1-on-1. It was fire, and I didn't want to give it away, but the price he gave me,
right, had to come above that. Huh?
Money talks. Yeah.
I was like, he wanted it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
okay.
I know he was gonna take care of this item. Like I felt like I could trust him with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was like, yeah, you got it, homie. Like, go ahead.
And you wouldn't want to like redo another one, or
probably something different.
Yeah,
but I want him to feel like he's the only one in the world with that.
One matters.
Yeah,
right?
like
I feel you.
Yeah, definitely.
So I see we got some things on the table here. I'm gonna have you get into that in a second and what your designs are. But I also see like different like, what is it? Different design types, I guess that we'll call it.
Yep.
You can
like
choose
styles,
the right word.
Yeah.
So I see some embroidery.
Right.
I see what looks like some heat press.
Yep.
And I don't think. Do you have any direct to garment? I know that might be one.
Yeah. So I don't have no direct to garment with me here today, but I definitely do that process as well. Yeah. So
how do you decide which design is going to be embroidered versus which design is going to be a heat press or a screen print?
Right. Yeah. So definitely for pricing goes into that.
Okay.
Because I have a lot of different partnerships, and like being able to make connection with people is a big thing, because like I might be able to get a better deal on getting embroidery with this hat than if I did with my heat press. But even though I do my heat press myself, or screen printing or whatever the case is, so all that factors in on it. But I would say like to me, as far as t-shirts goes, screen printing is definitely like the go-to.
Okay.
But obviously you can go direct to garment DTG, or you can do vinyl, or however you want to do it. But there's no better feel to me than just that screen printing. It's just good feel. But it can be more expensive also.
Do you do like side businesses on the side where like if people come to you with a design and need some shirts, will you?
Right. I always do it. I don't ever,
because I think we're looking for some shirts.
Yeah, definitely.
We're looking for some shirts. We've been shopping around, talking to several people.
We'll show you some designs off the air.
Okay, yeah. So I never want to play people, so I always try to make sure that I know I can fulfill their need.
What their need, yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always doing whatever I'm doing. So
for sure.
But a lot of times I do. Like I've done it for gyms. I've done it for other brands and stuff. Okay. So yeah.
That's dope. Yeah. That's good to know. We've
been shopping. We've been shopping.
We're in that area right now.
Okay.
So what's the design right here on this table on the corner?
Okay, yeah. So this design right here, this is my new first official release for the fall. the kind of theme behind this is kind of just mental health, pretty much. So this is if you can see, it's a woman crying. Okay,
yeah. I'm gonna pop a picture up right here.
So yes, it's a woman crying, and she kind of basically wasn't taking care of her mental health. That's kind of the idea behind it. So and it could be anybody, but so it doesn't necessarily have to be a woman, obviously, because it's my creative thoughts. So
I might have to buy that shirt. So next month is bully awareness.
Okay, yeah.
And I think we're gonna try to like tie in, mental health and just bullying and just different, stuff like that.
Right.
So I'll definitely try to cop one of those.
And see, like the idea behind it is like taking time to chill. Make sure. So my brand is Eazy, right? So I always try to remember to relax. You know what I'm saying? Like make sure my brain is in a good space as far as just, man, whether going out of the country or just taking some time to read a book or however I want to chill, make sure I'm chilling. Like, and them tears is kind of representative. Like, she didn't take time to chill, so she's stressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up, and that's what a lot of people deal with. Just always being on the go. You know what I'm saying? Always working. Like, I'm a hard worker myself, but I try to just make sure.
You got to give yourself that mental break.
You know
sometimes.
What I'm saying? Shut down, like chill. Yeah.
So I see you went with the mask concept there. So the back end is crying and she's wearing that mask on the front end.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So it's kind of like, you kind of holding that in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like hiding it for the public. I can go back to Instagram. People ain't showing their losses. So yeah, that's
everybody winning on Instagram.
Exactly right.
You following 700 people. And you seeing 300 wins a day.
Right. And
social media.
So you might be sad as hell, but ain't nobody else saying they sad. So people don't want to be honest with what they got going on.
For sure.
How has social media like helped your business? Do you feel like is that the main like source of consumers that you're reaching right now?
Yeah, for sure. Social media is definitely the biggest factor, I would say, but I also think I've kind of figured out a way to sell without necessarily having people buy from seeing my stuff on social media, which is cool because a lot of it is out in public and stuff, so that worked for me as well. But social media definitely has been like my biggest way to grow. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I know you told us that you said you just started a Facebook 6 months ago.
yeah.
Is that a personal page or is it your brand's page? Do you have both?
So I have my personal page and my brand page, but even my personal page is still some of my brand. Right? So
we are our brand.
Exactly. So. Yeah. Right. So yeah, I'm like, I'm kind of more introverted and stuff, so I don't, show everything of my life, but I've been getting out my shell a little bit as far as like being on social and interacting with people and saying my thoughts type of thing.
Okay. So I saw you recently drop some advice for people, right? Yep. And you're doing it kind of handheld right to the people. Yeah. I personally really like that style. Okay. And I think it really hits.
Good feedback on that. Good.
And what do you think? So how much being an introvert, I feel like I can directly relate to, and I remember the point where I said, okay, I have to do this.
Yeah, man.
So how hard was it to do that for you? Or what made you get there?
Man, it's hard as fuck, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not, man. So, like, me growing up, I lived in St. Louis, and I was born in Waukegan, Illinois. Lived in St. Louis.
Go Cardinals.
Right.
Go
Cubs. And I spent a lot of time in San Diego, California.
Okay.
That's where my pops live at. So, moved around a lot, lived a lot of places. So, through that, I became kind of like shy, more introverted, because I know I ain't gonna be here long to even talk to these people.
Right.
So I never wasted my time really trying to kick it like that. So
for sure.
Yeah. So that's kind of how that came. But like, so for me, with when I became an adult, kind of got out of my shell at SIU, growing up, going to parties, acting a fool.
Liquor helps. Yeah,
exactly.
Liquor helps.
Yeah.
I'm not an introvert where I got some.
Definitely not an introvert.
Right. So yeah, man. But like, for that video specifically, it was like, I want to help people. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, man, because like I try to text it to people, and it be books.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm tired of texting books, man.
Right,
so like,
sure.
I just want to I really just wanted to give people some advice and kind of give them kicking ass and get them going. Like, if you're gonna do it, I just gave you the tools, so what's your excuse now?
Right.
So yeah.
Is there a person that you can attribute that to? Like, I need seeing somebody else do it. So for me, I'm asking the question because for me, it was one of the, I guess he was my coworker. One of my coworkers, one of the guys. He's a rapper, Above Ave, and we were on a trip. He coached with us. I was an athletic director. He was the boys' basketball coach, and we're at Notre Dame at a conference, and he just pulls out his camera and just starts talking to his people. But I'm one that don't like to leave voicemails because I feel like I'm talking to myself, you know. Right. So he just pulls out his camera. We're in a group of 6 guys having a conversation, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, I got to do this." Pulls out his camera, just starts talking, and just and I'm always one I'll be on the bus, I see people taking a selfie, and I'm like, "You taking a selfie? Look, you know." And so he did it, and I'm just like, man. And I told him, man, I got so much respect for what you just did. Right. You got to take care of your business, and you did it. Yeah. You know, I ain't have to duck off. You know, he ain't have to duck off and go do it. I'm the type to go duck off and go in this closet and go record.
I'm the same way. I'm not introverted. When I'm taking those kind of tests, because I'm like, what the hell am I? Because I'm kind of an outgoing. I am an outgoing person. But at the same time, I reserve myself. I think. It's a hard, I'm an in-betweener of everything. I like to be up with the early birds, but I go to sleep at 4.
Okay.
I'll be up at 6 with you, but I'm going to sleep at 4.
I'm an early bird and I be asleep at 2.
Okay.
So when we go out to the city, my guys be like, man, this nigga finna fall asleep. They ain't no liar. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Right. Once we leave the club on the way home, I'm going to sleep.
I'm up.
We hit Steak and Shake up or something. Out of there.
Wake up when we get there.
It's kind of hard,
so you
how to balance it out. Yeah. I'm not the person. When we do videos and record, it'll take us about 20 times to do something because I'm not used to it. We're not, not used to it. I'm not a selfie guy. I don't take selfies.
Right, I'm with you, bro.
You know, so it's a little hard
to
and I don't express myself a lot. I might talk a lot of shit, but I don't express. And it's
I like that. I like that.
But I don't express it. It's weird. It's hard to understand.
Right.
I'm a definitely outer inner in any outie. Any outie.
I'll be in on the outside.
Straight up, I feel it.
Okay. It takes a little while to gain that confidence in anything.
Yeah, man. It's once you do it that first time, then you all right, I did it.
Right.
Yeah. But it take a little. You got to muster up that energy to do it. To start it that first time.
The first time I really had my test of speaking in public, when we were coaching at the high school, we had what was it, a banquet, sports banquet for the kids for all the sports. So I was the head coach. He was one of the assistants, one of our other friends, and they're like, all right, Adrian, you have to go up here and you have to do this and that. And speak on the kids.
Present the awards.
Present the awards. I'm in front of the whole school, parents, grandparents. And this is the first time I'm speaking.
We both got no kids, so we never had to play that either big cousin or uncle.
Exactly.
Never had to play the whole parent,
right.
These are my kids role outside of practice.
But I think just the confidence I had just to speak. And I know the kids were comfortable with me. I know what I wanted to say. I know everything I was saying was actually coming from inside. So it was a little easier. But still looking in an auditorium, you just see people. And I'm just
people and
the other coach came up to me, one of the football coach. He was like, yo, that was probably one of the he's like, I was surprised. He came up to me. He was like, "That was Rock." It was Rock, coach. He was like, "Yo, you took some of this shit. I should have thought of that." And I'm like, oh, but it was good for him to acknowledge that I actually.
He was a public speaking teacher.
And he was a public speaking teacher, and I'm like, I guess I did a great job.
See, I actually growing up, I was in band. My whole
Me too,
life.
bro. What instrument you play?
I played trombone, baritone.
Hey, my man.
Baritone, sexually the number one.
I was the best. I was the best baritone in the school. I promise you.
I rock with it. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
And I would always have to do performances. Sometimes I would do solos and stuff. And man, that stuff you be bro, I had sweating bullets. City.
What was it? City music concert. It was a competition with all the CPS schools. I had a solo on my baritone first. What the hell was this song called? I don't remember what it was.
For those of y'all who don't know, baritone is like a mini tuba.
A mini tuba. Yeah.
But it's better.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, I'm fucking with it, bro. I'm telling you. Look here. So I loved my baritone. When I was in grade school, I played trumpet.
Yeah, okay.
So I tried. Everybody wanted to. The drumline came out, so everybody wanted to be in percussion.
Exactly.
My mom's like,
I was in percussion.
my mom's like, why is my son not playing? I'm in the back. It's like 30 percussionists.
Wow.
So she's like, why is my son not playing? He needs to be on an instrument where he's going to be playing. So she's like, what do you want to play? I'm like, I don't know what I want to. All my other friends are playing trumpet. So I played trumpet. I was trash. Trash. They cut the program. I get to high school. I'm like, well, I used to play trumpet. They're like, put this mouthpiece on. It's a little bigger. I'm like, fell in love with that ever since. That was it.
Oh man.
And I never looked back. I did marching band with the Bears. When I was gonna go to U of I remember, and try to do the marching band, but I was like, nah, I'm a hoop.
Yeah, they got up early.
Yeah.
That ain't no joke. Band ain't no joke. For those who don't know.
Yeah, band is.
Speaking of solos, just to relate, I want to get in on this love.
We're vibing right now. Bandcamp shit, man.
Let me get some.
Bandcamp.
I had the drum part, so it's literally, in some songs, it's just you're playing the bass line, where there's not much. Just don't miss your note.
You got any rhythm, so if you got rhythm.
If you got rhythm, hit that second and that fourth note, or that first and that third, right? Yeah. And at the end of this song, it was a stick shot. Never got it right the entire time. A rim shot. It was a rim shot. And that's when you laid the one stick on the rim and you hit it with the other.
Right.
Never got it right. Or supposedly never got it right to the band director.
Until the time
came. Time came. And I'm getting nervous. My pit's getting wet. I'm like, oh man, I've never gotten this right. And like, there's times where in public, like I just lose my rhythm. Like people just look at me like, I know you can dance. Like, what you doing? You tripping. I'm like, I know. I can't find it. Like, I feel that I'm off. Okay. You know, like, I just can't find it. So, like, for that stick shot or that rim shot, it was just such a big deal because it caps off the song. Just like, boom. And that's how the song ends. So then I'm just like, man, okay, here it comes. Here it comes. And I did it. Pop! And then our band teacher was like 5 foot, like little white dude. And he looked at me, he's like, yes!
Finally, this motherfucker got it.
I think he was playing me though, just kind of trying to make sure I was on my shit.
Man, that was you get lost in the music sometimes.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That is funny.
Yeah, he was with his shit, man.
He loved it, huh? Like he was MJ and he was Phil Jackson.
Yeah. We ran that triangle.
That is too funny. How the hell did we just get into some music?
Somehow band came up.
I think you were trying to make a point. Were you trying to make a point? And I got excited about the baritone.
I don't even know.
I think we let him make the point. And yeah.
That's
so
funny.
We'll get back to this. Get back to Eazy.
Yeah, get back to you. Yeah.
So you told us what your biggest expense is, right? So what's your biggest seller? Like, what's your best seller so far? Is it something that is active now, or is it a previous item?
Yeah, probably this hat right here. This is it's kind of been like, that's the OG, like that's the original.
Okay.
That's the hat that everybody asked for. So I've been selling that since day one. Definitely probably make the most money out there.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
And are you like a just straight streetwear, or do you want to go like into more higher end designs?
For me, I'm just gonna stay in streetwear, but I'm gonna have certain things that I'm gonna come out with that's gonna be special and definitely more upscale quality. Okay. When the time comes, but
as you get bigger,
and I got some stuff coming up that
we can't give all the hidden secrets. I can't tell you everything.
Like I said, got a bunch of stuff in the back pocket that I ain't speaking on yet.
I got some
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
I got you. So damn, it's gone.
What?
The question?
Yeah. So I know you said earlier that you work with different people with like different business.
Yeah.
So is it like a specific? Well, do you feel like you go to one person more? Like based off.
We here. That was it.
Y'all connected. Yeah. So man, it's tough because I definitely have people that I'm loyal to as far as in the business I've been working with them since I started out, but You gotta, if it's an opportunity for me to, cut costs and still get the same quality and same,
of course,
treatment.
Better deals, but
exactly, gotta take it. So, I'm definitely always on the lookout for me building new partnerships, and even my old ones still don't go away. You know what I'm saying? It's just I gotta try to do what's best for me. You know what I'm saying?
Of course,
so,
for sure.
Definitely, yeah.
Hey, it's what's the word I'm looking for? What's what I'm about to say? Like tough love kind of thing. Can't take it. You can't get mad. I'm doing.
It's business.
It's
man.
business. Yeah, you can't get mad at business. That's not true. You can't really get mad at business.
You set me up so perfect for my next question. So
was that on purpose? That we here? We
just vibing now because this is not in the notes.
Let's get it.
So did you see in the news about Lonzo and LeVar?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah. So first, let me know what are your thoughts on Big Baller Brain? Where they at? Where they came from? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
So I definitely, when I first heard of it, I loved it. Not because I was a fan of Lonzo or nothing. Like, I know he could hoop, but I'm like,
a game changer. It was a game changer.
Yeah, I'm like, man, he's selling flip flops for what was $400 something like that. I'm like, that's
Gucci
hard.
prices.
Fuck Gucci.
Yeah,
That's hard. I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
A black man selling his, he doing his thing. So I'm like, and then they a family. A family of black men doing their thing. So I'm like, I can't knock that at all. I'd be crazy to hate on that. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And, you know what I'm saying? But I do feel like they had some issues, you know what I'm saying? And I think LeVar kind of was the reason for a lot of them problems. So I think for him, he probably should be able to listen a little bit more. And I do think he's actually a creative dude. And I do think he believes in his kids. And I think that's amazing. But I think he probably should just take their opinion a little bit more. Because, I mean, now Lonzo is in them NBA circles. He's been around LeBron. The best businessman in the NBA right now. Yeah. So you think he ain't picked up some knowledge that LeVar don't have? You know what I'm saying? So LeVar should probably listen to him just a little bit.
And I feel like Lonzo is more in tune with the younger generation and the consumers. And that's kind of like what his point was.
Right.
Where I know what we want as consumers. I know what the people, one bad name is all you is just.
Y'all ever been around kids that put y'all on a new rapper?
Yeah.
The first time I heard Polo G was because some kids told me about him. So the older you get, you gon' get out of touch with stuff. So you just gotta be able to listen to younger people sometimes. That's just how I go.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I found Polo G same way.
Yeah,
young kids.
Working at the high school.
Yeah, that exactly. And it keep you young. That's what that stuff mean. So he should probably listen to his son a little bit.
I understood, as a businessman, no one ever wants to restart. No one ever wants to take an L. Like we said this whole time, no one posts their L's. Right. So he, as a man, he doesn't want to take that L. Even though he's already taken it, he just doesn't want to, I guess, accept it.
Right.
So or just let it be the cause of everything stopping.
It's like he's in denial.
That's where he has a point, I feel, because it's just okay, we took this L, but we can let this L stop us, or we can push through.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think the way they could rebrand it, in my eyes, I see it, they could just, all right, this Big Baller brand, but better, we starting all over with better quality.
Yeah, right.
We coming up, and we gonna do this the right way. There's a way to rebrand it where people would still rock with them, because people still mess with Lonzo and with Melo. If Melo come out, I think the second Lonzo ball shoe wasn't that ugly.
Yeah,
the first one was
first one was
crazy, but
I think this is the prime time, perfect time for Lonzo to capitalize. You're in New Orleans. You're with Zion Williams,
and his brother going in the draft.
Exactly. Your brother's probably gonna go 1 to 3 in the draft.
He's a top 2.
He top 1, 2, or 3 for sure.
He has to ball next year, but
he's 6'8", point guard, 1, 2, or 3.
Right.
So this is
might win that draft. You never know.
That'll be crazy.
Supposed to win it.
But I feel like he understands the position that they're in, and as a father, it's I'm giving you guys this opportunity, and you don't want it. That's why I feel like he's taking it so much offense to. He's I built you. I've talked my shit on purpose. Everything is tactical.
It's calculated.
Everything he's done has been calculated since they were kids.
Right.
So I just feel it's like, what? You don't want to work with me now? I've done all this to, you know.
Because the chances of them even being there of like as much shit as he talked, and then having two sons in the NBA, because I mean, Melo's going to NBA and shit. So it's like 2 out of 3 ain't bad. That still work. Like that's crazy. So yeah.
Nah, I feel like it's a chance for a rebrand. Mm-hmm. They can do it. They can take advantage of that.
And I think you got a winning formula. You rebrand. You don't have to change the name. You don't have to change the logos. Up the quality. Keep your outrageous prices.
Yeah, because you can't. You know, they were probably making shoes for $20, selling them for $45.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
I mean $450. Yeah. Like, you know, like
So crazy profit margins.
Right. Yeah.
There's still room for profit.
Yeah.
A lot of room for
and
profit.
you just up that quality and actually make it work.
If Lonzo stop getting injured and if he start hooping.
Yeah. I hope, man, that team's gonna be nice.
What if he averaged 10 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists next year? Like that's not bad. Like he gonna start to be looked at as a star.
So y'all on the road today. Y'all just leading right into my question. So what about the fact that LeVar made his point by saying you've been damaged goods?
Yeah, I mean that's where your parents come in, just keep it a buck with you. Like, hey, you damaged goods. Like,
if we had to call a spade,
hey, I'd rather my dad tell me I'm than somebody else.
Right.
But what I
hear that from Adam Schefter. I hear from Pops.
I would have told my dad, like, I'm like, well, you should probably make them shoes better.
Yeah. And that's what, like I said,
we gonna have this conversation.
Yeah, right.
Let's have this conversation.
So we both wrong.
He didn't want to disrespect.
Yeah. You can tell which is still good because you still respect your father, but. He could have let him know, like, them shoes ain't good for my ankles, bro. My Achilles been season, like, so
yeah, Jello ankles bad.
Right.
Mellow ankle. I mean, LeVar. Well, I can't think of Zoe name. Zoe ankles bad.
Right, yeah.
So
Mellow just young.
My question. Yeah. Would you consider getting into shoes, like making shoes design? Or are you just straight clothes?
Nah,
hats?
for me, the most I do with the shoes is I make like 5 different shoes on 2K. That's about as far as I go, which I love to do because I just love to create.
Man,
you never know in the future, bro. Like I could,
bro.
I think you're our new best friend, bro. This dude he'll send us pictures. He'll have the jerseys connected to the fucking shorts with the the shoe design. He like, how these look? Change the laces. All right, cool. He's been doing that since
I like it.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Always.
Since I've spent like hours on 2K creating shoes, like just, and not even to use them, like just to create the shoe, like
color combos. And, she looks at me like you're wasting time. I'm having fun. I'm being creative.
That's wasting time.
I'm being creative.
Listen, that's the only thing he does. I think he doesn't even play the ball game. He designs fucking shoes all the time.
Imagine me. I just met Percy. Right? It's me, Percy, and Miguel, and. We get there, they create a player, right? They create their player. Mm-hmm. They're like, okay, Adrian, you want a player too? Yeah, they create me. Mm-hmm. Now they're customizing the whole team's jerseys. Now they're trying to get how I look, how he looks.
Before you even get into the game,
bro,
it's 6 hours getting ready to play.
I'm sitting there like, are we not gonna play each other?
Yeah.
We probably play each other tomorrow.
What am I? I don't have a remote in my hand. Yeah. These guys got a remote in their hand, and I'm just sitting there like, all right, just let me know when I'm done getting made.
I get it. It takes about 2 hours to start playing.
Man, y'all need to get jobs with the 2K portal and do the face scans and designs and all that.
I was who was I listening to? I was listening to an interview yesterday with Spoken Reasons. Y'all familiar with Spoken?
I know who that is.
He was a YouTuber.
What was it?
Spoken Reasons. Remember the song "Asking All Them Questions"?
With
Manuel Hudson.
Yeah.
I was watching his thing, and he talked about how he's an actor, he's a comedian, he can sing. Mm-hmm. Also an introvert like us, and he's just talking about how like the creative process. And he talked about how Russell Simmons told him pick one, pick one and stick to it. I felt like he was speaking for me when he said like, I enjoy all 5 of these things. All of these creative aspects. And to take one away, I just feel incomplete.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that is accurate for you?
Man, definitely. Like, I have to use my outlets. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely try to do different things creative and try new things. Like, I'm not old. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to live my life scared. I'm not trying to, like, be limited or... I want to do whatever I want to do. If I wake up tomorrow and I want to be a professional clown, that's what the hell I'm going to do. I'm going to buy me a red nose.
Yeah.
And I'm going to paint my own face.
Right. But I'm scared of clowns. So that's what I'm But yeah.
So I might have somebody else paint my face so I ain't got to look in the mirror.
Yeah, so I'm going to always do what I want to do, whatever make me happy.
Right.
And, you know, I ain't going to let nobody hold me back from doing it.
For sure.
Speaking of clowns.
Yeah.
6ix9ine.
You're right. I thought you was going Clowntonio.
No, Clowntonio. He's been man. Yeah, Clowntonio and 6ix9ine. Takashi.
Yeah.
Speak on it.
Did you see he's tricking on Cardi B, Jim Jones?
Did y'all see he found Waldo?
This.
The memes are crazy.
Yo, I heard that nigga told the boot man where I was parked, G.
They wild, man. It's like
it to me, I have a stance like he was there committing crimes, right? Mm-hmm. He was there participating in all of this with them.
At the very least, an accessory.
Yeah, like if he wasn't committing them,
I think they say he did stuff. Though.
He did.
Right.
They got video of him robbing people.
Yeah.
They got video of him shooting shootouts and stuff like that. Right. But when they said in the audio, he tricked in less than 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
yeah, I think it was like,
that's what came out.
He knew he was gonna trick before. I just see it as like if you're gonna commit the crime, do the time.
Yeah,
like there's no
middle,
huh?
No middle ground or like no coming back off of it.
Man, he knows what he was doing.
You can't be doing dirt and then try to like get away from the dirt you did. You gotta. Whatever that's your bed, you gotta lay in it.
You gotta lay in it.
Don't do no dirty stuff and then be like, or pretend to be no street dude or live a street dude.
And then get an outcome and it's
you gotta take what come with it. So he might not be taking what's coming with it now, but
he's gonna have.
Especially
I definitely believe in karma. It's gonna come back on him. That's
less than 24 hours ago, you was doing these things.
But I'm not surprised by nothing that I see.
Right.
I mean, I knew that he was gonna do this. Like you could just look at him and see he ain't. Right. He wasn't about that. So.
Yeah. I mean, that interview with the Breakfast Club really told it all. Like he was just like, he kept saying, "I let my dick swing, or let my dick hang." But like,
I just seen it. I seen it again today.
Like some shit.
He's like, the way I move around, I'm untouchable. Yeah. No one could touch me.
Hey, he said he came out to Chicago at 5 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah.
I so that whole time that he was like clowning and doing all that internet
like a tracker
stuff.
on him.
I was on top of it.
Like,
I'm like, he's over here on Lake getting I was on top of it. I seen it. But what the hell was I gonna say? About you said
the whole time he was the part about I said the Breakfast Club. Wasn't it?
No. What the fuck was I gonna say?
Just keeping up with him.
Yeah. When he did the Chicago, the Chief Keef dissing, blah blah blah. He had like 2.5 million followers. After that, it was just going skyrocket. Boom, 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 boom. I feel like he just knew what he was.
I feel like he admitted that on the Breakfast Club interview.
Every time,
everything I do is for a reason.
Every time he dropped the song, something in the media, literally a day before, a week before, was going on with him. He got kidnapped. Then the next week, Then something happens. He gets locked up or something. Exactly. That's it. I watched his. I never followed his page, but I watched it.
The news and then the song.
Yeah.
It's a formula. It's a formula that they all ploy.
Yeah, and I think like, man, if you market into people who don't understand a certain life, like, for example, I see people who say they own businesses or do other things, and I'm like, to the average person who don't understand what you're saying, it sounds like it's honest.
Yeah.
But to me, like, I know that's bullshit. What you're saying.
You can read
through
it.
So you can read through. So like, I know he capping, like, so to maybe to like a white kid, like, or a kid in middle school, he look like he Tupac. You know what I'm saying?
And especially with that video with the Chicago thing. Everybody's like, it doesn't matter what time it is, blah, blah, blah. Like all these internet people. It doesn't matter what time it is, blah, blah, blah. He still went.
9 times out of 10.
I can go pull up to O Block at 4 a.m.
Right.
What that
and
mean?
Yeah.
guys on O Block might be in somebody else's block talking about they ain't hanging out. You know what I'm saying?
They were looking for 6ix9ine. He was looking for them.
Or he was hoping not to find them.
You go looking for trouble, it's gonna find you eventually. So
it's just. I don't think he should have just said anything about anybody else. I think they just put the pressure on him, and now it's like
70 years.
Was that what they really said?
What do y'all think
or are
about,
people just saying that?
What do y'all think about the fact that they say they were sleeping with his baby mom and like giving him wedgies? And
Yeah, okay. So that's what a lot of people I've seen on Facebook, like, oh, if they fucked my baby mama and stole my money, I don't owe them no loyalty either. You know,
But I think that he still chose them to like he chose the Bloods to make him look like a thug. So that means
he was paying them for security.
He still got to face some consequences because he's not a victim. People looking at him as like
victim. He's not the victim.
They just plucked me out of New York. I think Brooklyn, where he from. They just plucked me out of Brooklyn and made me make my hair rainbow colored and all. No, he knew what he was doing the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, so whatever consequences, he should have to face them.
Yeah.
So many old heads sold him. You're not doing it right, kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he kept winning.
So Jim Jones, supposedly, this has all been on the internet, has been an informant before 6ix9ine. So they're saying this. They had a top like informant, criminal CI, whatever, and Jim Jones' audio that he was speaking to the other guys was all incriminating.
Yeah, I think he was an informant and he didn't know. I could be totally wrong, but I think they had his phone tap, or they have the other dude phone tap, and Jim Jones was like speaking.
No, but they say he was a what's the word I'm looking for? Confidential informant. So he was actually working. 50 Cent, you know, he's been clowning. So he's on the internet. He's clowning right now about the Jim Jones shit. But it's just, if they weren't, when the feds get you, they get you. There's no, we might have a case or we might not.
Right.
Like, it was coming regardless.
Hey, stop putting y'all guns on the internet.
Yes.
Stop putting your dirt on the internet.
Yep. Because
or in your songs.
The songs told on
it. You will not know about it.
Right.
Or don't send threatening texts.
Yeah.
Like, did you read those text messages to Antonio Brown?
Yeah, he be wild.
Well, he be talking all kind of shit.
Those was
like,
trippy.
I know his past like 3 weeks has been crazy.
They'll probably worse 3 weeks of his life.
Oh my gosh.
And so I didn't agree with how he got to the Patriots, but I like that it was calculated and that he tried to take his destiny into his own hands by like basically bullshitting his way to get on the Patriots. But then like karma come back and hit you like so now you ain't get no money.
Right.
Nothing. And now I think he's trying to sue now. So he's been like putting tweets and he's like, there's no way I shouldn't be guaranteed any money, blah, blah, blah. I just lost $40 million in 2 months.
You have to play to get paid.
Exactly.
You know, like guaranteed money is, well, I get what he's saying. Like I really do, because $30 million guaranteed from the Raiders plus whatever incentives, obviously the incentives go out the window. So I want my 30. Then 10 guaranteed from Patriots. Plus whatever incentives, I want my 10. So he's just like $40 million in 2 weeks.
He got paid for 1 day.
He got paid
last Sunday.
He was guaranteed more if he would have made it to to Monday. He'd have been guaranteed 5.
Right. I don't like that he's like trying to tell on people because now his stuff ain't working out. Now he trying to say like, oh, as players we supposed to band together. Y'all know this ain't right. You didn't care about that when you was doing your stuff. Like when it didn't involve you, you was cool on it. Like
100%.
Because me personally, I do feel like how the NBA players went on strike, the NFL players should do that, but be more calculated. Because they went on strikes before, but they always end up folding to what the NFL wants. Say. Like to me, what if all the NFL players threatened them and was like, all right, we all gonna go to the Canadian Football League. What y'all gonna do about it?
Yeah.
If we all go, what
so if Odell go to Canada, people watching Canada games.
You know
and I was gonna say that
that's just a fact. Like
they're watching Browns games.
Yeah, straight up.
The way LeBron controlled the CBA for the last couple of years, and him and Chris Paul being the president. So that's the only reason why LeBron signed those 2 years, 1 year option, because CBAs
They coming up,
and he knows how to manipulate the
And
system.
now LeBron got Kawhi doing that, Paul George, KD. I mean, all the players are doing short deals.
There's no one doing that in the NFL.
Yep.
There's no one making like a stance because they can't. They don't have that position yet.
The guarantee is not guaranteed.
I'm gonna tell
obviously
y'all
proven by AB.
What's coming next for the NBA players is probably I'll say in the next 10 years there's gonna be an NBA player who has an ownership stake in the team.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they're evolving. Like they're not the NBA players are. They know obviously their face is a big part of the NBA brand. And NFL is a little different because you can't. They wear helmets.
Yeah,
and it's more players. Blah blah blah. But NBA, they know like, all right, if I'm LeBron, I bring whatever team I'm on. Their worth goes up $1 billion.
Yeah, of course.
With me there, so I need 10% of this team. Like,
right.
And
Bronny Jr.
Man,
Bronny comes to
the league,
the Hornets.
Yeah.
And like, hey, Mike, you got Maverick Carter
and it's gonna
negotiating that contract.
And it's gonna happen because the move that's going on with NCAA, where they're trying to get these players paid, it's already happening. Like it's almost there.
LeBron is moving in pieces.
It's
bro.
LeBron.
Like, people don't even see. Get past that hairline. that dude is moving, man. Like, so I just watched him and his team and his guys.
Rich Paul, right? That's his agent, Rich Paul.
Yeah, Rich Paul.
All them. They got his homie Randy. That's his day-to-day guy, and then Maverick Carter. So they working, man.
They're definitely changing the game.
Right. All these players today have what is it called?
Freedom.
Freedom, yeah, freedom. Just based on that, freedom to move. Like obviously, the talking heads are going to talk, right? So once you get past that and like not care that these guys are going to say what they got to say, like now. Steph has this media company. LeBron got the media company. KD got the media company. Yeah. So all these players are.
Yeah, like can't nobody tell me that when Steph retire on his last contract, or they gonna have a wink deal that says I want to own a piece of this team.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Or if D Wade want to own a piece of the Heat, he's gonna like.
Yeah,
he's selling his home.
Yeah,
he just put it up for sale
in Miami.
Yeah, he's moving from Miami. I don't know where he's going.
LA.
Tell him to call me.
That's where son go to high school.
Oh, true. He gonna go play with the Lakers or what?
I think they said like he been working out.
Has it?
But I don't think he's gonna play. But that's spot for Iguodala.
He might get a 10 day. They gonna give him a 10 day so he can get a ring.
Yeah, he my guy, but I need that for Iguodala. He got to guard Kawhi in the finals, conference finals.
What do you think about this upcoming Bulls season?
Yeah, man. So I'm a Bulls fan. I definitely think the Bulls have a lot of young talent, but they bench is ain't no bench.
Yeah,
right.
They got like 1 or 2 players on their bench that they just signed.
Yeah, Valentine's trashy.
I seen him get murked in the Drew League.
Drew.
Oh my god, he got murked. By Frank Nitti. Yeah, that was Damian Lillard's teammate in college.
Yeah,
he a dog. He
okay.
Yeah, he murdered him. But I think the Bulls, man, they got so they won what I think 22 games last year. So this year got to go to at least 30 games.
Yeah, I think they'll be close to 500.
You think so?
I think with Zach LaVine, I think this is one of his biggest. Like this is gonna be he averaged close to 20. He was like 25 last year for the first couple of months. He was at like 30. So I think with him
and Kobe White is a nice point guard. I think they don't have. They have one defender in their starting lineup.
Yeah.
That's the only bad part.
That's the only thing that
Porter Jr. is they defender.
That's the only thing that sucks that Chris Dunn didn't fall through because he's a top.
He's a great defender.
Yeah,
right.
His offense
ball hog right there.
And now I don't think he's gonna even be in a rotation because Kobe White is gonna start, and they got that dude
from Wizards. Satoransky.
And so I think he's not even gonna play.
Is he still on contract with us? They might just trade him, get him somewhere.
I think he's still under contract. Yeah, so he probably end up getting traded, but
trade him for something.
I think the Bulls got a lot of young talent, and I think this is definitely a year to take that next step. And I think marketing. If marketing starts to score some inside points and mix it up a little bit, he a dog. So
they got highlight dunk posters. I like him. He's not scared.
Yeah, he's athletic.
Yeah, he's athletic.
Yeah. And then they got Wendell
Carter.
Yeah.
What did you think about Wendell Carter when we first got him?
I didn't know that he was that good.
Yeah.
Same.
I didn't know that he was that good. Cause I hope he don't try to shoot too many threes.
Yeah,
but I think he can play though. Like,
Right.
he definitely is mostly
they
skilled.
compare. He's just really small, like for the center position.
Yeah.
They compare him
He
to
came in as a
Al
power
Horford.
Yeah, he's an Al Horford type
kind of player.
Yeah.
Good defender, could stretch the pick and roll. Played.
Like, there's only a couple big bodies in the league. You got the big boys out west, and you got
The East,
my man's in Philly.
Yeah, he can't guard Joel though.
The Bulls
How many
team
people
cannot
can?
guard.
Yeah,
the Bulls team cannot
gonna
guard
go
the
for 40
Sixers.
against him every year.
Yeah.
And Giannis is gonna.
And
it's gonna
the other one of the biggest bodies is Brooke, and he's shooting threes.
Yeah, I mean that's the game now.
And the
Everybody
biggest
shooting
body in the league right now is what is the man name?
Boban.
Jokic.
No.
Jokic.
What's his name? That's
Boban.
Boban.
I like Jokic, man, because he got that beer belly.
Yeah.
But he's strong still.
Yeah.
He could pass. He could shoot. He could do everything. I like him. I like him a lot.
He built like the soccer player. You think he gonna outrun?
They were saying he needs to get in shape.
Keep them Jets on.
Yeah.
They were saying he needs to get in shape.
Yeah, but he did good in the FIFA tournament that just passed this summer. So, or FIBA, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
FIBA. Yeah.
I said soccer.
Team
I said-
USA. Team USA.
Yeah.
All right, so we just about getting ready to wrap up. So you got anything you wanna say to the people?
Socials and all that.
Oh,
Where
yeah,
can they
yeah.
find you at?
Socials?
Yeah, add me on Instagram at if it was easy. So EAZY. My Twitter is also at if it was easy, and then my Facebook is Eazy Clothing Brand. And I just want to say to all the entrepreneurs, creators, people out there who want to start a brand, anything like that, do that shit. Yeah.
Do that shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just do it. That's my motto. Not to steal Nike shit.
Right.
But
I'm about to say it's a little different than Nike.
yeah,
Just do that
you
shit.
just got to do it. I got to tell people all the time. Just get up and do it.
Yeah, and then, one last thing, this quote that I live by. If you want to understand the flower, you got to study the seed. So that's something I definitely believe in, and make sure, you put your work in. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Appreciate you
Did
coming
you
on the
mention
show.
the website where they can find them?
Oh, yeah, my website is easyclothingbrand.com. Yep.
Everything seems so easy, bro.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
We all out there?
Hey,
Well, appreciate you for coming to rock with us.
Thank you.
be sure to, if you're listening to the podcast on the podcast services, go ahead and rate that 5 stars. You know why. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching.
Run it back.
Hell yeah, run it back. We out. Right? We out? Or we done? What you were pointing down there?
You know what's over there?
Oh, well, yeah. Go like and subscribe.
The subscribe button right there.
We out,
We're
y'all.
going to put another one right there on Lil Eloy at the video ends.
And we out. Peace
We
out.
out.